Have you seen on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube the next big event? And you're wondering, oh my God, what's the next big event? When will it take place? What is it going to be this time? And you start panicking and going down this rabbit hole of trying to figure everything out and figure out what to do, and you get yourself all wound up. I'm definitely guilty of that. And because of that, then my newsfeed will send me more and more and more of that type of content, which then just heightens my anxiety and my fears and my worries. And I'm over here trying to figure out, oh my God, how do I protect my family? How do I still have a good life? What is the rest of our life going to look like? Are we even going to make it? Is the world coming to an end? And I know if I'm feeling like that, I am definitely not the only one. So I wanted to come on here and make this video if you have fallen into this trap as well. And I want to share with you the best possible advice that I could give you. And I want to share with you the best possible advice anyone can give you on the next big event. That advice is to stop watching it. Stop clicking on those videos. And if you're somebody that makes videos about it, you're still going to have plenty of people that are going to watch those videos. But the rest of us who just can't really handle all of that content, stop watching it. Start telling your news feed on your social media that you don't want to see content like that. I know Facebook has an option where you can put, don't want to see more videos like that. Click on that. Or start typing in your browser topics you do want to see, so that your newsfeed and the algorithm will start feeding you different content and not so much of that. Now, I do want to say that that doesn't mean there's not going to be the next big event. I definitely realize that big events are always happening. They have always happened, and they will probably always continue to happen. It's just the way of the world. But what you can do for yourself and for your family is to not pay as much attention to that content. I'm not saying turn a blind eye, because obviously knowledge is power. But if you've heard of something that potentially could happen, the best thing you could do is look at your personal situation, because everybody's reaction is going to be different based off your personal situation. If you're somebody that's super wealthy and has lots of resources, that's going to be different than someone who isn't. You all will probably need to do slightly different things to get by. So you know your scenario. Take your scenario and the resources that you have and any problems that really trigger you that you definitely don't want to encounter. Make little solutions for those, because anytime there is a problem in life, there's also a solution. So if you're afraid there's not going to be enough water, but right now you have water and you have a filter in your refrigerator and you can get filtered water, start filling up your own bottles at home with water, whether that be mason jars or whatever. If you're afraid that there's going to be a food shortage, really look into, how can I grow some of my favorite foods or some foods that will be sustainable? There are plenty of new options out there where you can actually have little gardens inside. I've been looking into that myself and am wanting to explore more of learning how to do that, because those little things are taking the control back into your own hands. Yes, we might not be able to control everything out there, but we can take little micro pieces of control and actually do something. And those little things will give us a sense of power again, to where we can function and we will feel like we will be okay regardless. You hear all kinds of stuff right now about money, okay? So what can you do about the money situation? If you have all your money in the bank, maybe you want to take a good portion of it out and maybe get a safe if you can and put it in that for now. Or you could try to educate yourself on what are some people that I've seen online or that I know personally that I trust that are really smart with money. See what they're doing. You can do these little things and it will give you, again, a sense of control of your own life again. By now, most of us know that our words have power. Our thoughts have power. So we need to use our own inner power. And we need to remember that what you give your attention to will grow. So when a collective amount of people are all focusing on doom and gloom, more doom and gloom will happen. So if you don't want bad things to happen, if each person would just start focusing on the world that they do want to live in, the things that they would like to see happen, and really start picturing that and imagining that and seeing what you could do in your own life to help the world advance to that, then again, we can take some of our control back and start creating the world in which we want to live in. I definitely don't like a lot of the stuff I hear of how they want the world to be. I'm just kind of one of those people that like to kind of live in la la land and, just have a happy, relaxed, calm life filled with like things I like to do and enjoy and family and friends. And that's the way life should be, right? Just enjoying the simple things in nature and just trying to be happy and enjoy our experience here on earth while we're here. So stop clicking on the videos that you see that have the big event. Like if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you kind of have that sense of, oh my God, what now? What's happening next? And so you wanted to click on the video because you wanted to see. And like I'm saying, there's probably all kinds of big events coming. Yes, I'm not denying that, but I am saying focus on what you want, focus on the life you want to live, focus on the small things that you can control, and then just live your life. Because at the end of the day, if you look back into your own little history of events that has happened over the course of your life, there was probably different time periods to where you were like, didn't think you were going to be able to get through that. You don't know how you got through it, but somehow you did. And that's the cool thing about us humans. Usually, whatever problem we're given, we usually try to solve it. Whatever life throws at us, we usually get through it. No, it's not always pleasant, but a lot of times we do make it through somehow, some way. And that is, I guess, the takeaway of this video is somehow, some way, we all get through things, unless it's our time to transition. And then that's just the next phase of it, right? That's just the way it works. Now, I do want to also say, if you have been directly affected recently by big events like Hurricane Ian, that is devastating, no doubt. And people are having to try to figure out what to do now. Most people that probably lived on that island had some kind of action plan or game plan just in case. Now, granted, nobody's ever assuming something so terrific would happen, but they probably had some kind of action in place, and hopefully that is the case. And if you did not have some kind of action in place in case something like this were to happen, then at this point, hopefully those people that are a little bit more prepared will be coming together as a community and helping each other out. And if you are somewhere around that area and can help someone out, definitely do it. Because again, that is the beauty of being a human and having a community, is coming together when we really need to. And we need more of that. And actually, Hurricane Ian could actually bring people closer together instead of bringing people apart. Because guess what? That storm didn't discriminate whether you were wealthy or not wealthy. Is another good analogy for just the way these big events kind of work. There is some higher force, whatever that is, whatever you want to call it, whoever you want to point fingers at, that obviously loves to keep people divided and separated. And that's because, there's power in numbers. And if people are just fighting and not caring about their brothers and their sisters in their community, then, it's a weakened community. So if you have the opportunity to help people out, help people out. If you have the opportunity to just inspire somebody, do that. If you have plenty of money that you can share, share it. If you have food and someone else doesn't, feed someone. These little adjustments in life can really, really change the directory of human nature. And maybe these big events are a test for us to see which life we would like to have. Do you want to have a life of chaos and no community? Or do you want to have a life of people that care about each other, and it doesn't matter what you look like, where you came from, what your political background is, that you just are brother and sister because you're both humans and you just want the best for each other, that would be the life I would pick. And that's what I try to do. So I hope this video was a reminder for each and every one of you that we do have some control over our lives. Yes, we don't have control over everything, but we do have some control, and we can control what we focus on first and foremost. So I'm sending you all so much love, and if you're feeling my vibe, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like, and I'll see you guys next time.